everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be doing a grocery haul where I show you all the groceries that we purchased for the next week. We do have the end of the pay period coming up soon, so we're really only shopping for about 5 days before we get that next paycheck. If you are new to my channel, please go ahead and consider subscribing. I do a bunch of budgeting videos as well as hopefully some lifestyle incorporated in there, much like this grocery haul. I decided to do some grocery haul videos mostly because I think the area that we overspend in the most is definitely at the grocery store. You'll notice throughout watching this video that I am a huge impulse shopper. I try so hard not to be, and I always go into the store with a specific plan, but those impulse purchases get me every single time. Our few items that we know that we'll be cooking over the next few days are some stuffed peppers in our Instapot, as well as some spaghetti for the family. We are also doing some hamburgers as well to finish out the next few days before we get paid. So if you're interested in seeing exactly what we purchased and how much we purchased it for, definitely guess down below and keep watching. Alright, I'll start off by kind of panning through what we have here that we've purchased for the next 5 or so days. If you are interested in guessing how much we spent, definitely go ahead and leave that comment down below. I will go ahead and start off to the left. So we did buy some ground beef. We try and buy in bulk to save a little bit of money. We got this for $3.99. Typically, if we bought only a pound, it would retail for about $5.99. And we do plan on using this for both that stuffed pepper I was talking about, as well as the hamburgers throughout the week. Bagels are pretty much a staple in our household. You'll always see us buying some. This is the first time we've ever bought the Meyer brand, which is the store that we were at. I'm hoping my husband likes them, but we will definitely see. I also had to buy some different bread than we're used to. It seems like a lot of stuff was out of stock while I was there. I did go pretty late at night, so not a lot of people, which is nice, but also not a lot of really great products as well. We also got some flavored meat sauce for some spaghetti we plan on making this week. This is one of my husband's favorite. Some breadcrumbs for that stuffed pepper. I got a cream of chicken, a can of soup as well, just in case we're interested in grabbing a quick lunch. This is also some tomato sauce that we plan on using for that stuffed pepper. We have some buns for our cheeseburgers. We have some cheese as well, mostly for sandwiches my husband plans on making for lunches. We also bought some eggs. I'm a huge person who's interested in eating eggs as snacks, so I love to have some of those on hand. We also got some batteries, which isn't necessarily a grocery purchase, but definitely something we purchased while we were at the store. My husband got a Christmas gift that he needed some AAA batteries for. We also got some tomatoes off the vine. These were the only decent looking tomatoes, I swear, in the whole entire store, so hopefully they will work well for both some sandwiches as well as our cheeseburgers this week. We also needed to stock up on some parchment paper and some aluminum foil. These are products we always keep in our house for our different baking needs. Especially parchment paper makes it a lot easier to cook things in the oven without making a huge mess, which is nice. We got some Mexican cheese, which is also a staple in our household. It'll be used for the stuffed peppers, but honestly, we use it at least twice a week depending on what we're making. So it's always good to buy in bulk for us because we will definitely use all of it. I also got some top ramen. It's a go-to snack of mine when I go and work in the office. I will pack that with an egg in a bowl for lunch, and I'll make that in the office for a little egg and ramen. We also got some American cheese, specifically for that cheeseburger. Typically we don't buy this packaged American cheese, but this is what my husband requested, so that's what we got. We also have those peppers and that onion for that meal as well. And then of course the actual spaghetti for the spaghetti that we're making later this week. We got some smoked sausage as well. My daughter is 11 months old, so we're always trying to figure out good foods to feed her. Most of the time we will feed her exactly what we're eating. So she has had some spaghetti before, but she's never tried stuffed pepper. And we were thinking about putting the smoked sausage in the mix just to see if she's interested. She's also the person we had in mind when we bought some waffle fries and chicken tenders. It's an easy way to make sure her meal's covered, maybe if she's being a little bit more fussy about what we're trying to feed her for the day. It's really hard to discipline children when it comes to food, especially when they're 11 months old and they're just still figuring it out. So we feel like that's a good way to make sure she's fed. When she's fed, she's happy. Those are our goals right now in life, is to make her happy. We also did some pasta sides just to see if they would make good additions to some of our meals, and if not, we'll probably use them to spice up some of our daughter's lunches as well. Last but not least is some of our less ideal purchases. I waited till the end. Some of them were impulse, some were actually things my husband asked for. Here were our impulses, my impulses. The first is some Ghirardelli Chocolate. Sounded so freaking good, and I definitely got caught up in the Valentine's section of the store, which is unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. Normally we don't have chocolate in the house, and it just, it just hit right in a good place. So I'm excited to dive into this as soon as I'm done filming this video. Next was also some wine. I'm a huge wine drinker. You'll notice if you watch any of our weekly check-ins, my husband will about once a week stop by the liquor store for me and grab me a bottle of wine. It will come out of my fun money budget, so that will not be counted as a grocery for our family. The next two were some snack purchases for my husband. They had some Snickers minis on sale, as well as Crunch Hearts, his two favorite candies, so that's why we got that. And then of course some barbecue chips. It's also a pretty big staple in our house, much like those bagels, eggs, and Mexican cheese. So I picked that up for my husband as well. Hopefully I won't eat any of his chips. That's always my goal, but I'm a sucker for some chips, so I'm sure I will also divulge in that. So all in total today, we did spend $117.63. Our goal for our shopping was to be under $104, which is what we have left in our budget. But obviously we went over by just about $13. Pretty good because we're pretty new to budgeting by paycheck specifically. So it was really just a guesstimate how much we would actually spend for the 2 weeks. We also had a Chewy order that we had to place for cat litter and cat food for our 4 cats. Yes, you heard that right. We have 4 cats, and so I think we did pretty good overall, and I would love to know your thoughts down below. Are there any impulse purchases that you make when you go to the grocery store? I would love to know. If you are interested in following along on our journey, I would love to have you here. Please consider subscribing down below. Thank you. Bye.